What's up, everybody? Doc Dog 1985. There's levels to this. I got a quick video for you guys today. All right, so I the layoffs happened, right? It's unfortunate. People lost their jobs and everything, right? That's all I'm gonna say about it. I'm not gonna pretend like it shattered my world. It just sucks that people lost their jobs. We're not gonna pretend like that doesn't matter either, right? Some of you guys, people are way too extreme. Some people pretend like they care too much, and some people don't care at all about another human being's life, which is crazy. But neither here or there. How do we save the gaming industry now? Well, I think the first question is, does the gaming industry really need saving? Does it really need saving? Isn't gaming like the most profitable it's ever been in a long time? And I hate making videos like this because I'm coming from a place of I don't know. It just bothers me because eventually it's going to affect the actual games themselves, which is what I care about. So I see a few people proposing things as to maybe games shouldn't be that expensive. Maybe games shouldn't take that much production time. Maybe games, I don't know, change the voice acting, all types of different things to change the way that games are now. So I said, you know what? I don't know if gaming is suffering right now as far as financially or whatever. I don't I don't think it is, but I really don't know. What I think, it's a greed problem. I think they want even more money, but maybe I'm wrong about that, because when people started complaining about the $70 games, people said there were $70 games and overpriced games during the Super Nintendo era. But how do we fix gaming? If gaming even needs to be fixed, even if it's too expensive. This is what I'm going to tell you from my humble opinion. You ready? I think last generation, during the PS4 and the Xbox One era, I think graphically the games hit a point where it was incredibly satisfying to the eye. And graphically, I don't think anything else needed to be done. Not much more. That's what I believe. I believe the next step should have been focused on simply being able to play at 60 frames. I don't think these games, these consoles, these developers should have even focused on 120. I don't think there should have been a focused on ray tracing. I have no idea who told these people that we wanted ray tracing. I don't think that I don't know how much none of this stuff costs, but I don't think focusing on making sure the games had HDR really mattered. None of that. None of that. The games already looked phenomenal. All you had to do was make sure that they all ran at 60 frames. Every single game. If Gotham Knights would have dropped at 60 frames, it would have been a better game, hands down. Every day, all day. I don't care what you say when you think that frames don't matter. I promise you, frames do matter. Frames don't matter when the game is exceptional. But in this generation, frames do matter. Frames can make the difference. Frames will make a difference between whether a game for you is tolerable, great, not great, whatever. You can't, if a game is great and it's 30 frames per second this generation, you can't call it great. Not on console. You just can't. It's a knock, right? So again, these are all my opinions. You can be mad all you want, but argue with your mama. So you like that, right? No, because they try to get mad at my opinion. They come to my channel to watch my opinion, they get mad at my opinion. It makes no sense, that. But anyways, so yeah, I played this generation. I played Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and it was an amazing game. Right? I played it upscaled 4K on the Xbox Series X with HDR, all that other stuff. But that was the last generation game that got upscaled to all this. Okay, and it looked great. The only thing I wish is that it ran at 60. That's the only thing I wished, right? And that would have been phenomenal. Okay. Then I played Red Dead Redemption 2, and I played that on the Epic Game Store. So I played that on PC for the most part. I'm also playing it on Xbox Series X. And on the Xbox Series X, it looks easily one of the best looking games that I have played this generation is Red Dead Redemption 2, and it's a last generation game. Okay. On PC, it looked and it ran Beautiful. I played on my Asus ROG Ally. I beat it on my Asus ROG Ally. The game is phenomenal, right? Then you got games like well, what's the game I recently beat? Shout out to Farrell. I think Farrell was the one that gifted it to me. RoboCop. That's what it was, right? I beat RoboCop on the Xbox Series X, and I beat it on Steam. Amazing game. Beat the game twice, right? Visually, the game doesn't is not anything that's gonna blow your mind or anything like that. But I'm saying that to say this: Red Dead Redemption 2 graphically would crush 90% of the games that are out now. Okay. I'm playing Days Gone right now, which is also a last generation game. That game also looks phenomenal. They all look good already. They look great already. The only thing you need is the frames. You focus on that, you'll be fine. We don't need anything else. That ray tracing technology, that freaking, I don't know, global weird illumination, real life lighting effects. Like nobody knows unless Digital Foundry tells us. Nobody knows. Does the game look good? And then the gameplay is obviously king. That's why you have games like Helldivers right now that it's a $40 game that's destroying everything else. The price point of the game does matter, obviously, right? But when you have a $40 game that's this good, and when you have $70 games that are not, that becomes the issue. I don't want games like Days Gone and Red Dead Redemption 2, which I know are big budget production games. I don't want those games to go away. I don't know how much GTA 6 is going to cost, but I'm sure that's a very expensive game too. I don't want those games to go away. I want to have the option to play games like Spider-Man 2, even though I haven't played it. I still want, even though I have the game, I haven't turned it on. It just doesn't call my name, but I still want the option to be able to play it. I don't want it to be gone. I want the AAA experiences, and I also want the non-AAA experiences. The only thing is, I think for the AAA experiences, they're going too much. They're doing things that we never even asked for. Games also, here's another one, right? Games do not have to be 40 plus hours. They don't. Games don't have to be. To me, a game over 15 hours is already a long game. A game over 20 hours is a really long game. Now, there's some games that you can play like that and fine, like Red Dead Redemption 2. You're not beating that in 20 hours. Same thing with Days Gone. I have a lot of hours in it as well already, and they're a very enjoyable game. But again, I don't. They don't need to be like that. Again, RoboCop was not 20 hours, and I beat it twice on two different platforms. Come on. So to the gaming industry out there, make your game shorter. That definitely, because time is money, that should definitely cut on production on cost time, right? Stop with all the gimmicks of ray tracing. Nobody can even tell, okay? Native 4K versus checkerboarding and upscaling. I promise you, the majority of people can't tell either. And I'm just being honest with you. All right. Focus on 60 frames. Focus on good gameplay. You don't need the best voice actors in the world. Man, hire some of us to do the voice acting for some of these games. We'll be cheaper than those professional voice actors you guys hire, and everything will be cool. And then that's it, man. And the game industry will be fine. If you keep charging those $70 per game, the gaming, especially in today's market where we have free to play games that take our time and are very enjoyable, you're going to have a bad time. Because a lot of us just don't have the time to pay $70 to play a mediocre game. That's the thing. We don't have the time to spend $70 on a mediocre game. So, I hope somebody out there is taking my advice. I hope somebody there is like, oh man, Doc is making a lot of sense. Make the games shorter. Make the games cheaper, right? Focus on gameplay, frames, and make them look as good as Red Dead Redemption 2. That's a last generation game. Doc Dog 1985, there's levels to this. We out. Peace.